went out of the wire that day, and I call it the worst day of my life, July 19th, 2007. You know, a day like any other day, we went out on patrol, but I had turned all of the readiness stuff over to my subordinate non-commissioned officers, which is what I should do, or what any leader should do. But when we got out there and got in the fight, and, we had Corporal Brandon Craig was killed in action. Major Danny Dudek was severely wounded. We had to call in a medevac to get Dudek out of there. And as I was assisting the medic with treating Dudek, while our boys in the quick reaction force were neutralizing the enemy, then when we got ready to roll to the helicopter, the flight medic from the helicopter came over, and I had two NCOs with me and carrying Dudek on that litter. And this man has a spinal injury from shrapnel in his spine. So you got to be very careful. And this 300 meters over rough and uneven terrain under fire with all this combat gear on. And as we got 100 meters and going over this rough and terrain, one of my NCOs started becoming a heat casualty. But then another one of my NCOs started becoming a heat casualty. Then the flight medic started becoming a heat casualty. And I was like, and so I was not a happy camper at that time. And I was dropping a lot of F-bombs on these NCOs saying, this is why we PT. This is why we train for the worst day of our life and everything. So we got Dudek on the helicopter, got him evac'd, and, he got into surgery and everything. And he's, he still has trouble walking now. He uses a wheelchair at times and crutches. But reflecting afterwards, as we were taking Brandon Craig to the mortuary, his remains to the mortuary, I said I had created in my own mind, or in my own ways, an imbalance between compassion and discipline. I had become over compassionate and under disciplined, and I allowed my force to be able to do what I thought they were doing the right thing. And these are two leaders, that were responsible for other people that were falling out on me. So I learned a lesson then. Never again will I allow that imbalance in my leadership approach to ever happen. I will continue to be disciplined and enforce discipline while being compassionate at the same time. And I will not let there be an imbalance. I learned a huge lesson from that.
Definitely. And that's